All right, welcome to a very special edition of Ranger Radio. Tonight, Wednesday, USC. Haven't had a chance to do a lot of Ranger Radio lately, and probably won't have a ton of opportunities to do it during the upcoming season, as I will be captaining my first novice league team. Very excited to do that. But BQ was unable to join us tonight, so I was asked to fill in his place. Thanks for joining us. Anybody who would like to watch some good TagPro tonight? We have a triple header for you. So first off, we're going to have Why So Serious, the number 16 team, taking on Life of Pi, the number 15 team on Grail of Speed. After that, we will have the number 71 Bollypops taking on the number 62 Squad of Wormy. And then finally, in the 10 o'clock Eastern Time slot, we will have Guardians of the Galaxy 59 versus Cleffer FC 47 on Iron. So we're going to get to see a lot of new faces today, a lot of new players to the USC team. Some of these are USC teams that have been sort of rearranged, so we'll have kind of a mix of different lineups from what we've seen on past streams. I'm going to go ahead and see if folks are ready to go in our first game. Alright, looks like our first team is ready. Trying to get that. Alright, we got that last ready, so we're going to go ahead and launch. Alright, a little bit of technical difficulties here at the stream. Give us 1 second. Thanks for your patience, guys. 1 minute here. I think we almost got it. Perfect. Alright, so it looks like we do have a game in progress here. Currently 1-0 in favor of... Looks like this is Life of Pi, currently up 1-0. Life of Pi in blue, Why So Serious on red. Haven't seen a whole lot of games played on Grail of Speed yet this season, so this will be an interesting match for both sides. Certainly one of the old controversial maps. Some people really seem to like this map. Others were really happy when it went out of rotation several months ago. So VZ here with an opportunity, but Mega Man's going to be able to get a grab and a kiss. Rizzy B trying to navigate the gate. Nip apart, almost able to track him down. Ajax getting out in front. And an opportunity here for Rizzy B, and Ajax takes the right angle to block that cap. Couple here for Ron Sponson to beat. He's going to have to take a lap, and a gate gets a reset on the other end of the map. Looks like Ajax is going to be able to get out ahead of 3 here. So 2 minutes into our first half, still 1-0 in favor of Life of Pi. VZ going Flag Pro is going to go ahead and boost through mid. Ron Sponson able to get the button and force VZ to backtrack. Selfie Syntax waiting to grab. Playing a little bit of offensive D here, and looks like it's going to pay off. The cavalry does come in. Why So Serious able to regroup here. Only 3 minutes in, down 1. Lots of opportunities here. Nipplefart winds up boosting through and hitting the button on the way out. So kind of an interesting backwards kind of return there, but it worked out for her. Nipplefart getting in front, so Mega Man behind 4 once again, but takes a boost top. Going to try to see if he can use that team boost, but not able to, and looks like Nipplefart's going to be able to grab the rolling bomb, so Mega Man's going to have to circle back to mid. Six and a half left in our first half here on Grail of Speed. And a spike there results in a cap, kind of a unexpected cap there for Why So Serious, tying it up 1-1. VZ boosting through mid and manages to survive the spike and 2 defenders, but probably going to force a kiss here and does. And looks like Nipplefart walking back to base here, but not quite enough. Mega Man trying to go through mid, and that button is being held very, very well, so he's going to be able to get through. Meanwhile, Selfie Syntax trying to avoid Rizzy B, and ultimately succumbs to the tag team. And it looks like Nipplefart able to get around Rizzy B once again, but just in a hornet's nest right now. Going to have to try to backtrack, and she does a good job using the map here. It's definitely a very, very chasey map. Lots of places for the FC to hide. About halfway through our first half, tied at 1. Ron Sponson going to try to navigate through mid. Uses the boost to get around the spike as opposed to going above it. And still behind 2, so he's just going to take a lap here, and actually had a quick return for cap situation here, but on this map, no one anywhere close to Ajax. And Mega Man cuts off his angle. Some pups up. Looks like Mega Man's going to grab a rolling bomb, and Ron Sponson tries to go for the TagPro right, but Nipplefart able to stop him with that button. And then Ron Sponson getting his revenge, buttoning Nipplefart back to base, and she's having a little bit of trouble chasing down Mega Man with his rolling bomb. Looks like she's going to go ahead and leave base and try to do some chasing here. Nipplefart and Ron Sponson just having a battle with the buttons. That's 3 in a row where they've killed each other. VZ out ahead of 3 and trying to figure out how to get around Ron Sponson and Rizzy B. Manages to do it. VZ just going in circle stop, but does eventually get contained by Rizzy and Ron. Challenge on this map definitely going to be how to get that contain in with so many escape pathways. The spikes themselves are very easy for evading 2 or 3 defenders. So I think we'll see both sides flag carriers circling around those spikes in their respective bases. Nipplefart out ahead of 4. Oh, and hits the bottom spike. Now I think Ron Sponson would have gotten there ahead of time, but they should have had the blocks 2v1 to be able to allow her to cap, and she tried to get around that corner maybe a little bit too quickly. Selfie Syntax hitting the bomb and forcing a kiss. And it looks like VZ's going to try to walk in the base here, and Mega Man on able to get the return. And looks like Frank's going to get tracked down here by Ajax, and then he does. Selfie Syntax taking a quick lap. Nipplefart with a nice single return. And we have a TagPro mid. Mega Man's going to be able to get it, but gets buttoned by Nipplefart. So good button play by both teams here. Just a couple of minutes left in our first half. Selfie Syntax in no danger of being tracked down. Ron Sponson walking into Nipplefart's gate once again. So the battle continues between Nipplefart and Ron Sponson. Now Selfie Syntax using that button for self-protection. 2 minutes left to go. Ron Sponson trying to boost top and get selfie syntax, but just a very chasey map. Very difficult to nail any kind of snipe on this map with such a wide field. It's pretty easy to move out of the way of those snipes if you can see them coming. VZ might have had an opportunity there, actually. The timing on that might have been right, but he just doesn't quite hit the right piece of that ball and winds up getting stalled top in return. So we have a reset once again with 1.5 minutes left to go. Rolling bomb spawning mid, and VZ's going to get it, but get buttoned by Rizzy B. Seems like both teams have done a pretty good job of at least gating whoever gets the opposing pups. Just really seems like this map's going to come down to either somebody making the critical error or not getting regrab. There's just not a lot of opportunities for resets on this map without a kiss. So Anne Frank manages to get out of base ahead of 2. Nipplefart's going to try to snipe, but Anne Frank has another boost. The blocks look to be sort of real until VZ put an end to that. And a reset once again. So both teams' flag carriers managing to get tracked down there. And another reset, so very interesting turn of events here. 30 seconds left to go. And Frank with TagPro. And looks like that's going to stay on defense. Probably not a lot left on that TagPro with 18 seconds left. Looks like Ajax is also going to keep the TagPro on D. So it looks like this is probably going to be just about it for our first half, tied 1-1.
3, 2, 1.
That'll do it. It's all just kept flags right now. Mega Man with the kept flag, so slight advantage here for his team, but otherwise we are tied at 1. So we'll just have a brief pause here. Looks like they're going to be switching for the second half of this match to another server. So first half is on Radius, second half will be on Pi. So as soon as I have a link for that, we'll continue. Looks like we have a whopping 8 viewers on the stream today for USC Wednesdays. Thank you for joining us, all 8 of you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, this is Why So Serious versus Life of Pi. I know Griff had asked in the chat, so currently tied at 1 on Grail of Speed. You know what, since no one's really watching it again, let me see if I can fix the technical difficulties that I was having earlier. I just got a second monitor recently, and that's really cool for streaming because I can see what I'm doing on one monitor without having to display it. But OBS is getting really confused with me having Chrome split out into 2 different instances, so I'm trying to figure out a way to solve that doesn't screw up my ability to see what I'm doing at the same time. Well, that seems to work. See that doesn't. teams are ready. Alright, looks like somebody needs to sign in on Pi, so it'll just be a moment. Thanks for your patience. Alright, looks like we might be getting going here. So let's just phase out our music. And we'll see whether or not my shenanigans here worked. It looks like they did. Nice.
Three, two, one.
Alright, and we're off. So VZ going to be able to grab a rolling bomb right off the bat. Ron Sponson sitting on his TagPro, which he's going to keep on defense. Looks like we have Solf in the game. Solf out ahead of 2, ahead of 3. If they can just get this return on VZ, but Ron Sponson tries to snipe, doesn't quite work out. And now VZ's the one out ahead of 3. Looks like not a kiss. VZ looked like he was going to kiss Handbrake there. But good bomb there allows VZ to have a pretty easy uncontested cap. That regrab gets killed off very quickly. Alright, and it looks like we are calling time. So as soon as this play is over, time will be in effect. Nipple fart still has to be returned before this timeout is valid. Both sides trying to get this return, and the return occurs. So looks like we are all going back to group. Score is currently 2-1 in favor of Why So Serious. With 9 minutes left. Okay. So it looks like Ron's trying to sort out some mumble issues, so it'll just be another second. Should just be another minute. I think Ron's restarting mumble, so hopefully that'll solve his issues. The score right now is 2-1 in favor of YC Series. Alright, looks like Ron says he is ready, so go ahead and launch once again. Alright, so this time the TagPro will be mid. Both sides have a juke juice.
2, 1.
And Solf using his juke juice, trying to get into base. Not able to grab yet, but Frank is going to grab, and Solf trying to set some blocks to get Frank out of base. Meanwhile, Godot in the other base went flag pro momentarily and gets quickly returned. 8.5 minutes left to go. 1 cap lead for Why So Serious in blue against Life of Pi on red. And Frank grabs 1v2 and gets quickly tracked down by Nipple Fart. Both sides doing a good job at the start of this half, keeping flag in base, or this restarted half, I should say. and just having a lot of difficulty getting a grab off here. Looks like they're going to go run for pups, and Frank's sitting on mid, and goes just a little bit early, but still ends up getting a rolling bomb. Selfie Syntax is out of the group, so wouldn't be surprised if we see, oh, it looks like they're doing a hot sub. Jado Monopoly coming in. Ron Sponson out ahead of 3 chooses not to take the boost. He's just going to walk this one in with his rolling bomb intact and doesn't get defused until after he caps. Meanwhile, Anne Frank going to try to take this angle. Oh, and what a nice angle there. Almost hits the flag tile, but winds up getting tracked down by Godot. That was a very nice, very calculated boost from bottom, but you need to be able to bounce off that top wall or try to hit that yellow boost to get bounced off that wall more quickly. So currently tied at 2, just over 7 minutes left in this game. And Frank just not in a good situation there, trying to get around Jado and Godot in that gate area. It's pretty tough to do. You're being chased by 2. Solf is going to be out ahead of 2 or 3. Looks like going to be 2 because Godot is going to get there with his rolling bomb. And Solf just tries to jam that one right in. VC blocking the way. So Anne Frank now out ahead of 3. Jado is going to have an opportunity to hit this boost. And takes a pretty good angle, but if they just can't get that return. VZ does a nice job grabbing and getting out. Otherwise, Anne Frank would have been able to make quick work of that cap. Rizzy taking a nice angle, bouncing off. Looked like he was trying to hit the bomb, but wound up just bouncing off the tile right above the bombs, and that worked just as well. Wound up sending him right into the flag carrier. And Jado, a little bit of misdirection, using the boost to basically just bounce right off the wall. Solf's going to grab and going to be out ahead of 1, but Nipplefard not letting him get much further. Godot's going to be able to grab a juke juice, and some clever dancing there gets him around Rizzy B. And wow, manages to stay alive there most of the way, but Rizzy B gets his revenge, gets that tag. So Solf able to grab a rolling bomb, and nice boost block there is going to allow him to grab uncontested, and some good jukes with the rolling bomb juke juice combination gets him out ahead of 3. Nipplefard well positioned there to get bombed right into the flag tile, so she's able to get a kiss there. Good awareness by Nipplefard to know where to position herself with that rolling bombed FC coming in. And Frank with solo return, so we do once again have a reset. Just over 5 minutes left, tied at 2. Couple of quick returns over in blue base. Meanwhile, the Life of Pi flag just not going anywhere. Rizzy B and Ron Sponson doing a good job keeping it in base. And Frank with Superman uses up the rolling bong half of that Superman and is going to be able to get out ahead of 2 initially, but Godot has a good angle there to use the team boost to get in front. Not able to hit the snipe. And Frank, good timing on that boost, manages to get back around Godot, but this is just going to be a challenge. Good creative uses of the boosts, and still alive, but oh, and Frank, beautiful move using the bottom bomb to bounce off the back wall, and the blocks were still in place. So Anne Frank with a lot of patience on that carry just does something very creative. He manages to use those bombs off the back wall to cap, taking a 3-2 lead for Life of Pi. And now Solf doing some of the same. Wow, nice job using the boost to change his direction quickly, and then using the team boost to cap. So another great combination of creative flag carrying, boosting, and good blocks from his teammates. Meanwhile, VZ on the other end of the map kind of had an opportunity there, just sort of biffed it a little bit, and Solf was in front. So all of a sudden, what was a 2-1 lead for Why So Serious turns into a 4-2 lead for Life of Pi with 3.5 minutes to go. It's certainly not been a high-scoring map. Both teams having a difficult time either getting resets or then when they do get resets, grabbing again. So it's been a very kind of schizophrenic map. Solf with return for capping, protected by Ron Sponson's TagPro, but Godot really in no danger of being tagged. So definitely the sort of map where if you're only being chased by one, it's pretty hard to expect a return. Looks like Rizzy might be forcing the kiss there, and does. Just under 3 minutes left to go. VZ doing a nice job changing directions quickly and using a bottom boost, but the angle there was a little bit unpredictable, sends him right into a spike. Meanwhile, looks like Anne Frank is thinking about getting that rolling bomb, but there's a button fight here. I wouldn't hang out there too long, Anne Frank. Okay, so Anne Frank coming in Superman, and looks like he's going to at least lose the rolling bomb pretty quickly, and loses everything, so he's going to have to take a little bit of a lap here. V's the last one left on TagPro. Anne Frank looked like maybe he was going to just force a kiss, and he does. So with the 2-cap lead, just chooses to play it safe there. Can't blame him. But it looks like Godot's going to be able to get out ahead of 3. Ron Sponson with the TagPro is going to have to man the fort for a little while. Now Solf gets there to join him in the offensive defense. Rizzy B using the button to get Godot. Nice job by VZ getting around Rizzy B, and chooses to play it real safe here and walk it in. I kind of thought he might try to use that team boost to just kind of sneak around a different angle, but doesn't hurt. Godot able to get an uncontested regrab and grab a rolling bomb, and is going to be out ahead of 2. He's just playing it real cautiously. Does a nice job there using the button to get his own return, but then he is returned in return by Ron Sponson. Looks like Nipplefart is out of the game. See if there's another hot sub coming here. Still nobody in to replace her, so still only 3 for Why So Serious at the moment. Not sure what their game plan is, but VZ just playing it real carefully here. They've only got a minute left. They've got to do something. Get a fourth player in there for their team. Nipplefart back in. 49 seconds left to go. It's going to be real tough for Why So Serious. Looks like Nipplefart's out of the game once again, so it's either some connection issues or some confusion on their team as far as who's in. Must be connection issues because Nipplefart's in again. So Rizzy B just content to hold the flag. Really, this is just a game of keep away for 30 more seconds. And Life of Pi looks like they're going to be able to hold on here. Rizzy B returned for cap scenario, and not having to run away just yet, but does run away now, and looks like he was thinking of trying the Anne Frank bomb strat.
3,
Instead, he's going to go the
2,
other way, and that is going to do it. So we do have Life of Pi coming from behind and holding on at the end 4-2 over Why So Serious on Grail of Speed. Congratulations. Alright, so the next game on the docket is going to be the Bollypops versus Squad. I'm going to check and see if we have a link for that. Hopefully we do. I think I got one earlier, so. Alright, so they're already in group, and looks like they're pretty much ready, so this one might actually start pretty close to on time. Just need another minute or 2 here, and should be good to go. Just test that. Yep, that looks good. Alright, go ahead and put that on 10 minutes, and things look good to go. So just waiting for both teams to indicate that they're ready to start. So quick review of the lineups. So the Bollypops have Quibble, Frange, Hellfile, and the Lou. They'll be in blue. Volley pops in blue, and then squad, which will have J.A. Cap, Ishii, Mr. Hat, and Ball Konerko, and we'll be playing on Wormy. So squad in red, volley pops on blue. And looks like we're ready. I'm going to go ahead and launch this.
Three, two, one.
All right, so both sides getting a juke juice, and really not a lot of fireworks, but Hillefowl's out ahead of 3. The blocks are in place, so wow, a very quick cap. Nice job by Hillefowl, and the volley pop's taking the early lead here. Mr. Hat, nice job getting around the Lou and Quibble. Mr. Hat now with an opportunity. Oh, and the blocks looked like they were in place, but he just didn't take the right angle to the flag tile. Winds up kind of running right into Hillefile, so that really should have been a cap. We should see, it should be a 1-1 tie right now, but kind of just a misplay there by squad. Meanwhile, Ball Konerko now coming into base. Are the blocks going to be in place? Oh, it's going to be hard. He's going to have to take a quick lap here and get out. Halophile, nice job using the corner boost to get out in front of Ishii, so Halo's going to have a lot of space to work with. Another round of pups coming. Ball Konerko able to grab Rolling Bomb. And that gets diffused, so all the pups are already gone. The Lou going to try to move around Ball Konerko. His Juke Juice runs out right before he's able to do a whole lot with it, but he's got a lot to beat right now anyway. Looks like a little bit of confusion. Everybody in red base, all the blue balls next to each other, so they're going to have to spread out and see if they can get a return on Ishii. Meanwhile, Ishii just taking laps here. Halo and Mr. Hat both on regrab for their sides respectively. Oh, nice snipe from Quibble, and Halo takes the other boost out of the 2 corner boosts. But good job by Quibble and Frange getting return in their base. So still 2 minutes in, 1-0 lead in favor of the Volley Pops. J.A. Cap with a rolling bomb, but Mr. Hat winds up grabbing with his Juke Juice. Nice job by the Lou, diffusing the rolling bomb, and then Frange kisses. Halo's going to take a bounce off the back wall and takes the right angle, but J.A. Cap gets in just at the right time to grab and force a kiss. And Mr. Hat tries to use the corner boosts in a creative way, but winds up forcing his own return. Ball Konerko ahead of 4 momentarily, but Halo's not being challenged. He's going to be able to go ahead and get pups while he's at it, so he grabs a Juke Juice and another Juke Juice. Meanwhile, J.A. Cap still in enemy base, trying to find a way out. The Lou, the big winner of that round of pups with a TagPro and a snipe. And Ishii's going to be able to get out. Head of 2. Head of 3 now. Quibble thinking about using that bomb to return Ishii. But Quibble forced to get regrab. Ishii showing good instincts here, staying alive. But the Lou and Halophile playing good contain D, forcing him back to base. So So just 4 minutes in, currently a 1-0 lead in favor of the Lollipops. J Crap. Juke Juice. Regrab. Mr. Hat's just going to have to take another lap here. Frange playing a little bit careless with that bomb. Almost sends himself into a spike, but feels comfortable. He can work himself out of the situation. Almost gets himself to the flag tile. That would have been an amazing cap, just staying alive near his own flag. But doesn't look like he was expecting that return to come when it did. And had he would have easily had it. But there's no way for him to know that that was happening. Halfway through our first half of our second game, 1-0 in favor of the Lollipops over Squad. And another round of pups, so Frange is going to be able to grab Juke Juice, J Cap grabbing Rolling Bomb bottom. And Quibble still sitting on regrab with a Juke Juice. And J Cap manages to get around a couple, but Frange in front. And is able to grab that re. Winds up taking a boost right into a bomb, though, and hits a spike. So would you have a reset? Mr. Hat grabbing 1v2, and Quibble says no. Meanwhile, Hellfowl out ahead of 3. Mr. Hat's going to have to try to do something here. Ishii and Mr. Hat both trying to snipe, but yeah, just very tough on a map like Wormy. If you don't get right to that flag tile, it's very easy to get behind again. So Frange doing a nice job boosting out of base, but just clips that bottom spike and winds up leading to a cap for the Squad, who've tied things up 1-1. A little bit aggressive of a move there by Frange, and winds up having to pay for it. And Frange gets bombed into the flag, but he's going to try to make do with the situation. Hailfowl providing a nice boost block to get Frange out of base, but doesn't look like the return is going to come in time. Frange trying that same move again, trying to boost off the corner and get himself near the flag tile, but the turn just doesn't come at the right time this go around. Just under 3 minutes to go, tied at 1 in our first half of play on Wormy. And Halophile able to manage a nice quick walk into the flag tile. Some magic happened with bombs and base that cleared out just enough room for him to just go full speed and hit those afterburners. Quibble very dutifully getting back on re. Halo looks like going to force a kiss there, so Quibble's going to use that Juke Juice to try to get around Balkanurko and Ishii, and J.A. Cap they're just pushing Quibble all over the map. But she's able to get herself back to base and uses the bomb to Cap. Nice decision making there by Quibble to turn what looked like a dangerous situation into a very profitable one. Now a 3-1 lead in favor of the Lollipops. Nice job by Frange using a couple of boosts there to get a return in base. That was very impressive. And a couple of snipes mid and in base. So another round of pups. Quibble and Frange both grabbing TagPros. Mr. Hat out ahead of 2, and Frange actually the last man now, so we'll see whether or not they're able to return Ishii and allow Halo an opportunity to cap. Looks like all the tag pros are out now, so 2 tag pros for the Lollipops don't lead to any caps for them. Looks like they had a couple opportunities. Halo managing to stay alive and kill off one of the defenders while he's at it. And he's not going to be able to get that rolling bomb, but looks like he might have been thinking about mid, but J cap in front for mid as well. Halo now thinking about that top pup, and no one letting him anywhere near pups, but his return for cap for him for just a moment. Quibble and Valoo grabbing Juke Juice and Tag Pro respectively, so Lollipop's all over pups this time, and they're gonna put up a cap here. Valoo using that Tag Pro to clear out base, and Halo just very patiently carrying and just trying to avoid getting tagged while his Tag Pro teammate cleared out base for him. So 4-1 in favor of the Lollipops at halftime. So just a brief halftime here, see if we see any lineup changes for either of these teams. So just waiting on both teams to let me know that they're ready. Just a couple of lineup changes occurring. So 4-1 right now in favor of the Lollipops with 10 minutes more to play on Wormy. Alright, looks like we're ready to go.
Three, two, one.
Alright, sounds like my audio is back. Sorry about that. Minor technical difficulty, but it looks like we have it under control. So still 4-1 right now in favor of the Volley Pops, who are now on red. Squad is now on blue. Hailfile, not really under too much duress here. Doing a pretty good job staying away from Blue Jays. Now 5-1 in favor of the Volley Pops. Nice cap there. And with the TagPro, the Lou's going to be able to walk Hailfile out of base. Blue Jays narrowly misses a nice snipe opportunity. And Ishii looked like he was going to be able to get away there, but manages to boost himself right into a spike. So just an unfortunate situation. Things for the squad starting to fall apart a little bit. Volley Pops now 6-1. 8.5 minutes left. And Franj out ahead of 3. This should be an opportunity here. Franj bouncing right off the Lou to cause another cap. So this is starting to be a little bit of a blowout. 7-1 with 8 minutes left to play. Just hope that squad is able to pull things together here, because right now it feels like they're a little bit out of control. Volley Pops just owning pups so far. Ishii getting a rolling bomb top, but otherwise pretty much all of the pups have been going to Volley Pops this round. Halo doing a good job staying alive long enough for the Lou and Quibble to get another return in base. So now 8-1 in favor of Volley Pops. Franz trying to figure out how to boost around Blue Jays here, and I have no doubt that he knows which angle to take here. Nice job by Franz. Doesn't let me down there. Winds up boosting bottom and narrowly avoiding the spike. The Lou able to grab TagPro mid. Another round of pups are spawning, and Franz already waiting top. These pup timers just very, very strong for Volley Pops. And Boogie was actually in place to get that TagPro bottom, but just a little bit clumsy. Winds up going right into that spike for Boogie IDM. And the Lou able to be right in the right spot for Ishii's ricochet into him. Quibble trying to use the TagPro to carve a path for a teammate, but just not able to get there in time. Franz using the corner boosts, and now there's 3 there. Looks like if he had hit those corner boosts smoothly, would have been real easy, but nice blocks in place there, but Ishii able to get the return. 8-1, so result of this match clearly becoming a foregone conclusion, but looks like, Hailfile just biffs it a little bit. It was almost 9-1. But at this point, I think we're going to see a lot of very loose play from both teams, as the result of the match is not really so much in question any longer, barring the incredible Mr. Hat grabbing Juke Juice top with the flag. Quibble trying to contain 1v1, but ultimately sends Mr. Hat back to base and around. 2 TagPros being picked up this round by the Volley Pops. Looks like we are starting to see a little bit of jittering. Thinking that's on Radius's end, but not entirely sure. Looks like the Lou should have no trouble walking this one right back in. So this will now be 9-1 in favor of the Volley Pops. Just quickly getting out of hand in this matchup. Quibble forcing a kiss. Franz uncharacteristically walking into a spike. That's not something we've seen a whole lot from Franz so far this game. 4.5 minutes left to go in our game. 9-1 in favor of Lollipops. This point, just kind of an exhibition. The Lou has 3 to beat now, and just fainting back and forth in the base for a second. Looked like he was going to get away with that, but not quite. Quibble taking a nice path to the flag tile, but that return was not there, and Ishii was. So 4 minutes left to go, still 9-1 in favor of Lollipops. Mr. Hat, unfortunate encounter with the spike, and Quibble and the Lou following him to those top spikes. Seems like there may have been some magnets up there. Frange grabbing TagPro, but quickly dying to the results. Quibble with a nice snipe. And we are starting to see some sort of weird effects here with Radius. So I'm not sure if it's just Radius that's having trouble, or my computer is getting cranky, or all of the above. But apologies to anybody on the stream who's seeing a little bit of the jitter there. Between games, we'll see if there's anything I can do about that. Blue Jays out ahead of 3, and the Lou just trying to play it cautious and stay alive while Frange tracks down the return. Frange going to be out ahead of 2. Heads for that corner boost, but it's not there, so winds up hitting the bomb, sending himself to an untimely death. Ishii grabbing TagPro. And another walk into a spike, so I'm starting to think this might be a Radius issue, just seeing as how we're seeing a lot of sort of uncharacteristic plays from both teams, a lot of encounters with spikes. Frange grabbing Superman, and rolling bomb is gone, but Frange is going to walk straight into the flag tile. Quibble was putting a nice block on Ishii that whole way. Halo getting partially cornered, but backtracks and gets away from Ishii, and now gets bombed off his trajectory a little bit and winds up sending him south, where he meets an untimely end as well. But looks like Frange shouldn't have any trouble here. Manages to get out ahead of 3. And this could be an opportunity for yet another cap, and it will be 11-1, currently a 10-point lead for the Lollipops over Squad, and looks like it could be more any second. With a minute and a half left in this game, the Lollipops are not done, not content to just ride out the last minute and a half. They're going to try to pile more on. Nice use of bomb there to force a return by the Lollipops. 1 minute left, still 11-1. Quibble trying to find a way to get to base, and if this block is real, and it looks like the blocks were pretty real, but that bomb ends it, so it was almost 12-1 there. It was a nice effort there by Quibble to at least get past 3 and get into base. A couple of quick grabs lead to a couple of quick flaccets and returns. Frange is going to grab and go momentarily flag pro. And bomb sends Boogie kind of in his way. It looked like he may have had him beat, but Boogie IDM able to get the return. And now Halophile. Return for cap. But Blue Jays back on regrab, and it looks like Blue Jays is going to be able to get out ahead of 3. Ahead of 4 now.
3,
Frange back
2,
in front.
1.
And that will do it. So final score of this match, 11-1 in favor of the Lollipops. Things looking a lot closer after the first half, but second half all Lollipops. See if we can get our snazzy music back. So thank you for your patience. So we do have one more game on the docket tonight, and that will be Guardians of the Galaxy versus Cleffer FC. I'm going to see whether or not anybody has a link for me, so this could be just a moment. Thanks for your patience. Alright, and we do have a link, so. Ooh, segment, that's snazzy. It might just be another minute or two while both teams get in position. Right now, only seeing a few people in the room, so might be a little bit of a concern. Not sure if we're going to have full teams or not, but we'll give them a couple minutes to get themselves sorted out. Meanwhile, my allergies are horrible today, so bad. Anybody else who's living in the Chicago area, I don't know if you're having the same experience I am, but the last couple of days, like, my eyes hurt, just can't breathe practically, so hopefully this ends soon. You would hope that the rains would clear it out a little bit. Not so much. Thanks for your patience, just still waiting on getting everybody that we need to in room. Ron Sponson, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man? I saw you guys up in my main channel. What's the haps, bro?
You might have interrupted a video.
Oh, is there a video?
Yeah.
What kind of video?
A parody.
You guys recording a parody? Am I on it
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, you're on it right now.
Awesome. This is going to be a really good parody. I'll go ahead and put
I
you
think
back
it
in
is.
there to finish your parody.
Okay. I think this is just gonna enhance it.
This is totally going to enhance it.
Yeah.
Good luck and Godspeed, Ron
All right.
Swanson. So I guess there's a parody going on, and I think I'm on it. I may have just enhanced it. Not sure what they're doing in the Ranger Radio channel, doing a parody of, but getting a little suspicious. So it sounds like we're still waiting on a fourth player for at least one of the teams. While we're waiting, may as well go through these lineups a little bit, get an impression of who's going to be playing on these teams. So it's Guardians of the Galaxy versus Cleffer FC. These are a couple of, at least to me, pretty unfamiliar teams. So I'll just look at the lineups real quick. Guardians of the Galaxy is Under the Ball, Iron K, Yakit, Super Diglett, Otis Brown, Nihilus, and I Planned That. And Cleffer FC is Have Mad, Caramel Beans, Shazam, Not Even Mex, Papa John, and Big Papa. That's Cleffer. So looks like Cleffer is pretty much all in group. Looks like we might still be waiting on one of the players, at least, for Guardians of the Galaxy to show up. Cleffer is going to be on red. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be on blue. But right now it's still 3v4, so I will let you know if we have enough for a game. But until then, just a couple of quick public service announcements. So lots of tryouts going on. I know there's still, over the next 2 or 3 days, lots of MLTP tryouts. And then next week, we will be having Novice League tryouts. I am a Novice League captain. I'm captain of Black Flag, and myself and all the other captains will be co-hosting tryouts open to the public for all the teams pretty much every day next week. I'm sure there'll be tryouts. So if there's anybody listening who wants to play Novice League, we'd love to have you come try out for us. And we'll be looking forward to a great season. Still 3v4 in this game, so not sure whether or not they're going to get this game going anytime soon, but I will give them a few minutes. Would like to be able to stream this game for them, but if it goes too late, I might call it, so I'll probably give it another 5 minutes before deciding that. But I'm curious. We're just going to do a live listen in on this this parody. I'll mute myself, but we'll just do a listen in.
Saying and like don't say like the crucial things don't say, you know.
I got the flag.
Alright, he's
Do you
coming
need your
top.
channel,
He's
Ranger?
coming top.
Well, there wasn't anything exciting there. We just did a live listen in with the parody that is allegedly being recorded. It sounded like they were just playing TagPro, so. Alright, so it looks like we are finally 4v4. And I'll just see if they can give me a leader real quick, and then we should be able to get this going pretty soon. So this game will be on Iron. This music got real quiet. Let's turn up the party a little bit. So we'll just answer a couple quick questions for the stream. Pollen, yeah, pollen is definitely the problem right now. So it looks like we're going to do a quick ping test here. So I'm going to go ahead and launch it. We'll hear TagPro kind of sounds, but they're not going to be real TagPro activities, so I'm not going to bother switching over the visuals. But just to answer a couple other questions, let's see what else. Devils 20002. Okay, you fuckboys. That's pretty clever. Very clever. Next is Buns. This is really not very
3,
good,
2,
good chat.
1.
Don't be alarmed. We're just doing a ping test here. My ping on segment is apparently 66. That's pretty bad. Usually my ping on segment's about 32, so I have a feeling segment might be the issue. But then again, Radius was having trouble too, so hell, maybe it's me. I don't think so. I guess we can watch the ping test. You guys want to watch the ping test? Oh. Little spiky. Alright, so looks like that's about it for the ping test. I'll go ahead and end game there. Alright, looks like we are actually starting, so we'll have to turn that music down. Although I do like that jam. It's a good one.
Three, two, one.
Alright, so Cleffer FC is going to start out on red and Guardians of the Galaxy on blue. Iron K grabbing a TagPro mid, Caramel Beans grabbing a TagPro in his base, so I plan that's going to get quickly tracked down. Iron K trying to use that TagPro for good, but with an enemy TagPro in base, looks like it's just going to be, oh, never mind, it was not a TagPro kiss, but just bad timing there. Iron K not able to actually use that TagPro for anything because it goes out right before he would have been able to use it. So just under a minute in, still scoreless. Pups won't be coming for another 20 seconds, so we're just going to see a couple of 2-on-2 grab attempts. Shazam grabbing, trying to get around under the ball, and Yacket, well positioned to stop that from happening. And it looks like this is going to be our first cap of the game, going to Guardians of the Galaxy in blue. So after another round of pups, have Matt trying to figure out what to do with this TagPro, waiting for Shazam to get back to base. Meanwhile, now just forced to play offensive D. I plan that, going to try to find a way into base, but now behind 4, he's just going to take a lap. Really not a lot he can do there. And manages to get around Papa John, but Papa John using that top boost to snipe him, so that'll be the end of that fantasy. Under the ball, getting ahead of Caramel Beans. And there's 2v2 blocks now. Iron K with a nice boost block. And looked like the right angle was being taken by the FC, but Have Mad did the right thing. Jumped right in front of that angle and prevented a cap there. Are the blocks real? Yes, they are. I plan on able to walk that one in with nice blocks. Another round of pups spawning. So early 2-0 lead for Guardians of the Galaxy. Still seeing a little bit of jitteriness. I'm only getting 55, now it's 60 FPS. Wondering if it's on my end. That'd be weird. Papa John trying to get around. I planned that, and yeah, it's gonna come get him from right. Have Mad able to get around Iron K, but not enough. Winds up getting priested into a spike. We haven't seen either team really use the gates at all. Pretty much everybody's been going top, so be interested to see if we get any serious gate play. Looks like Iron K was trying to hold gate, but under the ball would have had to get out this time, or the other flag carrier get out last time, and it just didn't happen either time. Currently 2-0 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy over Cleffer FC. Another round of pups spawning, and under the ball kind of misses that TagPro and then decides not to go back and get it. And now Papa John's going to have it, so maybe a questionable decision there, leading to one of those TagPros going to Cleffer FC. And Papa John's going to keep that on defense. And so Yacket and I plan that, just patiently waiting for something to happen. Papa John doesn't use that TagPro to clear out base, so Shazam not able to get around Yacket. So kind of a missed opportunity there. That TagPro that they were kind of gifted, Cleffer FC just doesn't really use it to clear out base at all. Now they have an opportunity here if they can get their blocks in, if they can stop Yacket. And Papa John has a nice deflection of Iron K that leads to a cap for Cleffer FC. And now 3-1 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy. So we see a quick cap and counter cap. And under the ball is going to walk another one in. So things are already getting a little bit out of hand. Just a couple of real quick caps for Guardians of the Galaxy there. Have Mad just hoping Shazam can get that button. Oh, and that was some nice plays there. Have Mad almost got out of base against 3. That would have been pretty impressive. He gets past 2, but the last one just proves to be his undoing. Meanwhile, I planned that. Had a good angle to get out of base, but just biffs it on the corner. And now under the ball, forced to grab 1v2 and just getting pushed into a smaller and smaller space. But under the ball, staying alive and, just not quite able to take the right angle on that team boost. Did everything he could to stay alive there. Meanwhile, Rolling Bomb is back up mid. Nobody going for it yet. Looks like a little bit of confusion. Shazam trying to fight for it. One of the two of them got it, but it was quickly defused, whoever got it. I think under the ball may have technically gotten that one, but the defuse was real. So we have a reset once again. Still 4-1 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy. Under the ball in a tough situation going around that team boost. It's just almost impossible to get out going that direction because either one of the defenders can hit that team boost and get you. Iron, a map that has definitely received a lot of positive feedback. Under the ball out ahead of 3, and if you can get around Have Mad. Oh, but Have Mad takes the right angle to stop that from happening. Nice job there by Have Mad as the last man. And Papa John able to grab and get out ahead of 3, but under the ball. Nice job. I planned that. Doesn't quite hit that bomb, allowing Shazam to get it, and Shazam winds up using it to snipe him. So a couple of opportunities on both sides. I planned that, going to grab Juke Juice. Meanwhile, under the ball, getting around Shazam. Are the blocks real? Takes a nice boost to get close to the flag, but not enough velocity headed the right way. I planned that, just being very careful here, opting not to grab in this situation, waiting for a teammate to get there. And this could be dangerous here. He gets out of base, but Iron K plays that really well. Doesn't get himself bombed away. Meanwhile, under the ball, has a few return for cap opportunities, but Have Mad also doing a good job. So both sides just very creative flag carrying, both teams managing to get out of very sticky situations and cap opportunities for both sides, not resulting in caps. So it looks like I planned that, must have the angle here, and does. So it'll be now a 5-1 lead in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy. And Have Mad takes the right angle to get out ahead of 3, and looks like Shazam just had under the ball, just pinned, just couldn't move him. So nice job there with the counter cap. Very exciting game so far. First gate usage here. I plan that winds up getting back to base and just smartly dodges the kiss. And now we see a 6-2 lead for Guardians of the Galaxy over Cleffer FC. So part of what I was talking about before with Iron, definitely one of our newer maps in rotation, and it's a map that in the competitive world seems to have really taken hold. I think a lot of people are really appreciating, the clever design, and in the league games this year we see a little bit more coordinated usage of those gates. I think in the higher levels of play, the gates become a little bit more important. The gate strats. So we have a minute and a half left to go in this first half. Still 7-2 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy. So definitely playing very exciting. Usually in competitive formats, you tend to see this being a very defensive map with the bomb and the boosts and the gates. There's a lot of ways to try to get out of base, but there's also a lot of ways to neutralize that. So you typically don't see scores this high, but this has just been all offense this game. Both teams offensively just making risky plays, and a lot of them have been working. So it's pretty exciting so far, even though the score is not close. Shazam getting that button just a moment too late for his teammate. And under the ball, again, good gate strats being used here by Guardians of the Galaxy, and looks like if they can get that last block, and they will, under the ball is going to make this an 8-2 lead for Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is just becoming just a wash here. This is just becoming a fire sale blowout. I don't know what other adjectives to use. With another 10 minutes left on this map, it'll be interesting to see whether or not Cleffer FC can find the secret to turning things around. Another round of pup spawning, and Yakit just does not want that rolling bomb. Just chooses not to even grab it. So not sure what was going on there from a pup standpoint, but doesn't seem to matter. They're up 8-2. Shazam out ahead of 3. I plan that. The last one who can plan this return.
3,
Shazam needs
2,
to plan a boost towards
1.
that tile quick. Oh, and that would have been an exciting cap to end it, but just barely misses the flag tile. He waits until about 2 seconds left, takes the boost off of one of the corner tiles, and just, wow. I mean, that would have been very nice. I mean, they still would have been down 5, but would have been very nice. So now 8-2 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy. Man, exciting map so far. Exciting game. Alright, so it looks like we might be switching to radius. People not totally happy with segments, so. See what's going on in our Twitch chat. So E saying, get these noobs to stop chatting in game chat. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Let's see what I can do. Hopefully these guys have the sense to send me a group link, but you never know. Yep, still no group link. Not sure they want the second half of their game stream, but also not sure I can blame them with the way the score has been. But, you know, this has been a very exciting game, even though the score isn't particularly close. Both teams are just having fun, and really that's what this is all about. Alright, they're going to make me hunt them down and ask for a link. Let's just waiting on that leaky link. Oh, nice. Lots of gratitude from our players. Grateful for being streamed. That's really nice. Thank you. I do appreciate it, guys. Alright, looks like at least one of our teams is ready. Not even Max indicating Papa John is blocked on radius. He won't be here, so maybe that's true. We'll see. They might have subbed somebody out, so we'll go ahead and launch this puppy. Alright, so Guardians of the Galaxy now on red, and Cleffer FC on blue. See if we can get one more tile in there for you. Perfect.
Three, two, one.
And we're off. So 10 minutes left in this very exciting, though lopsided game. I planned that, grabbing a TagPro and taking it on offense. He's going to see how many people he can kill with this TagPro, but winds up killing the flag, so he's going to get returned and under the ball flacciding, so that TagPro does not turn into much. So we do have a quick reset. All the pups are gone. 8-2 Guardians right now. But Cleffer FC going to try to shock the world here by coming back. It'd be very exciting. I would be pretty happy to see an exciting match like that on USC Wednesdays. I planned that, hesitantly grabbing, trying to get around Not Even Mex and Caramel Beans, just getting pushed further and further back. Good contain there, just boxing into a smaller and smaller space until there was nowhere left to go. That tile kept getting smaller. Under the ball, walking in now, waiting for I plan that. And there's a pup fight going on. Have Mad winning the pup fight, grabbing TagPro from his own base. Under the ball with the Juke Juice, going to try to grab. Looks like 1v3. This will be interesting. And almost makes it out. Gets out at it too, but then just not able to get all the way to the wall to hit that boost. Meanwhile, Have Mad coming in, gate strats. And the gate strats now paying off for Cleffer FC, who have narrowed the lead to 5. 8-3 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy. Have Mad trying to use that boost to get near that flag tile, and Big Papa's going to be the one to grab. A couple of flaccid, one in each base. Yak getting rid of that bomb, so we have another reset here. 8 minutes left to go. Certainly plenty of time if Cleffer FC is able to sustain, they were able to cap in the first 2 minutes. If they're able to, get a cap every minute or two, they can get back in this. It's not impossible, it's just improbable. I plan that with a TagPro. He's trying to, oh man, just a little bit of indecisiveness there. It looked like he was thinking about going for the button, and then it changed to going for the TagPro lead, and just neither one of those got accomplished. Under the ball, boosting into that flag tile. Caramel Beans perfectly positioned to receive that flaccid grab. And I plan that just muscling around 1v2, waiting for under the ball to get there. So good discipline there, not grabbing. Now under the ball, trying to figure out which angle can get him around that bomb. I plan that. Oh my God, what a nice use of bomb by under the ball to split Caramel Beans and not even Mex, but not even Mex able to get the return. But that takes nothing away from the beauty of that bomb usage. He really took his time lining that up, and it was just perfectly positioned. Thing is, I think I planned that was trying to give him a nice block the other direction, but instead of taking the block, just chose to split the defenders. So that was pretty neat looking. Still 8-3 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy, who again seem to have this pretty well in hand, but still 6.5 minutes left to go. It is not impossible to come back. Typically this map plays, usually a little more defensive, but today it's just been all offense, all excitement. I plan that really taking his time with this boost, and hits the back wall, but doesn't wind up grabbing, so not quite the same level of excitement with that particular play. But under the ball, using the bomb to go off the wall, again, just very interesting boosts here and bomb usage that we're seeing from Guardians of the Galaxy's offense. There's a TagPro mid. We'll see who decides to go get that. Meanwhile, I plan that out ahead of 2. Caramel Beans with a TagPro lead and a rolling bomb. Just going to have to be careful here not to get boosted into a spike or a gate. Nice job by Caramel Beans, just doing laps around the spikes with Yakit. Meanwhile, under the ball is going to be out ahead of 2. Have Mad takes a nice boost to stop under the ball from getting one near his own base. Halfway through the second half, still a 5 cap lead for Guardians of the Galaxy. Under the ball grabs, but just takes an angle that's kind of unsustainable. Really hard to get out of that cubby hole solo. There's no one to get your button. I plan that working 1v2. And if you could just see another moment of indecisiveness there. If you knew he was going to go get that gate, then Yak had it for him, but the communication just wasn't there in the moment, and it doesn't work. But yeah, if Yak had just gone and gotten gate, he was definitely out. I plan that trying to get a little bit more mileage out of that TagPro, and manages to do it, but looks like, oh, nice angle there by I plan that, stopping not even Mex from having a reasonable chase, and he's going to get under the ball almost all the way back to the flag tile, but not before flag gets grabbed, leading to a kiss. I plan that out ahead of 3. Are the blocks real? Are the blocks real? Not quite. The blocks were imaginary. And Have Mad and Big Papa working together on the gate strats. Have Mad return for cap for a moment, but under the ball, oh, with a double tap. Oh my God, Have Mad actually would have had the cap there, but just really hard to know when the opponent is carrying with a rolling bomb. You're not expecting a double tap return. Big Papa, nice use of a boost top to get around under the ball. Aaron K with a nice use of the boost here on Have Mad. So again, both teams with very creative flag carrying by their offenses. Definitely this map's playing a little more offensive than I'm used to seeing. Caramel Beans, nice snipe using the top boost. Caramel Beans then grabbing a TagPro mid. And good thing for his team, he's able to grab that because it's stopping what would have been a Chivichu block situation. Just over 2.5 minutes left to go. Still 8-3 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy. Things were going real hot and heavy early, but we haven't seen any scoring in a while. The play returning to a little bit more of the defensive approach that typically used to seeing on Iron. A little bit of miscommunication there. Again, under the ball, grabbed, stayed alive for a while, but the gate strats just weren't real. It seems like a little bit of miscommunication on using those gates to get out of base. But when you're up 5, not too big of a deal. And I plan that's going to go grab another TagPro, so good pup awareness by Guardians of the Galaxy. Nice job there by Plan That, getting out ahead of 3, and we'll see how real the blocks are. He's going to go back behind those blocks. Perfect textbook blocks, just keeping Have Mad away from the flag tile, and now we have a 9-3 lead for Guardians of the Galaxy. Under the ball, sneaking past not even Mex. Rolling bomb still intact. Looks like he was thinking about trying to get his own return there, but just wasn't quite in the cards. There's tap number 1, and tap number 2 is not going to come right away under the ball, hanging out mid. Just over a minute left to go in our final game of USC Wednesdays. Currently a shellacking 9-3 in favor of Guardians of the Galaxy, but we've seen exciting plays from both sides. Cleffer FC doing a pretty good job of making some very exciting plays, but just not able to stop the offensive onslaught that we've seen from Guardians. And Iron K is going to get out ahead of 3. Have Mad was able to break free and go get that return. The blocks weren't quite in place. Nice boost there from Caramel Beans to try to get back in position and ultimately forcing that play to develop a little more quickly. I plan that. I think he's going to go grab that RB. Yes, he does. He's not in any kind of a hurry here. And under the ball is going to use this TagPro to just walk out here. If they can get this return on Big Papa. That would have been another cap, but I guess with 10 seconds left and a 6 cap lead, not really big of a deal.
3, 2,
It's all about kept flags, and Yacket dancing around Caramel Beans to keep that flag while Big Papa does the same. So that will do it for our third and final match of USC Wednesday, a 9-3, very solid victory for Guardians of the Galaxy, who will hold on iron. So very exciting matches all throughout. Not doing interviews today just because we'd have to do interviews with all the teams, and it's USC. It's just not going to be an interview day. But anyway, thank you very much to everybody who turned out to watch USC Wednesdays. Again, if you're interested in playing Novice League, come out to the tryouts next week. It'll be a lot of fun. Myself and all the other captains are very excited to see you. And other than that, hope you guys are having a great night. Thanks for tuning in.